It's time to sip that coffee, get your mind right, and vibe with the queen herself. We're dishing out hot topics, wellness tips of the day, and things that make you go, Let's get this palace party started.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Queen Shiba Morning Show. We are trying different things over here, and y'all have showed up and showed out. We have over 172 of you tuned in. I'm shocked because, I haven't even had my coffee. My coffee haven't kicked in, and I probably don't like you right now. You know how it is. Let me have a cup of my coffee. That's our word over here of the day before I have my coffee. I don't like you. Hey, you remember Deion Sanders said, I don't like you. We need to get some shirts that we need to make some shirts, before 8 a.m. I don't like you. Come back later. Come knock on my office door a little bit later because I don't like you. Delilah says, we love you, Queen, and I love you back. So we are doing something just a little bit different. We just testing the waters. It is the Queen Shiba Morning Show. Thank you, Charlamagne the God. Thank you. Yes. Because, baby, when I tell you, it takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. And I had to go back and redo the thumbnail. Because, baby, when I tell you, now, look, if I was one of those cheating kinds, Charlamagne, I would definitely give you Donkey of the Day, but that is your thing. That is your segment. But when I tell you, you've got to be one of the dumbest.
I don't want to talk about it. you just said I'm gonna talk about it. I get angry. I don't want to.
Yeah, you know what we gonna start? We gonna call ours ring the bell. We gonna start ringing the bell on these mofos, and that's when somebody needs to be called out. So we gonna have a dedicated part where we get to ring the bell. Okay. It's similar to I said what I said, but it's done in a more decent way. So we're ringing the bell today on Charlamagne the God. If you don't know what I am talking about, we talked about it a couple of days ago. Welcome and shout out to all of you that are tuned in. We know we got some morning commuters, some of you that are on your way to the office. Some of you are blessed to be able to work from home, whatever it is. Whatever it is. We're happy about it. Give me 1 second. Okay, I hope this is better. I didn't even realize my mic was like, So we're going to ring the bell today on Charlamagne the God because we talked about it a couple of days that they have signed one of the worst deals ever. I told you, but some of you probably don't believe me. Let's take a look. Let's hear from somebody else's perspective. Watch this. Here we go. Yeah, when I tell you Charlamagne and did the fool for a bit of nothing, it just doesn't make any sense to me that you would go and sell off your portfolio. Here we go. Let me know when you can see the screen and we're going to ride with it. But we're ringing the bell on you today. That's exactly what we're doing.
So Breakfast Club wants out. Did I lie? They said I lied, but did I lie? They said I lied, but did I?
Now, Tasha K, before we get into it, let me find out that you over here watching me, because as Tasha K begins to roll out some of the inside scoop that she has from an insider, as she begins to talk, some of the things that she says towards the end of this snippet is almost verbatim what I said 2 days ago. But the point is, we're both on the same page. We both agree that the Breakfast Club effed around and found out that this is a horrible deal by moving to Netflix.
Did I lie? All of them got fired. Their contracts weren't renewed. They're with Netflix. So when I was told, and I believe the story was planted to make it look like I was misinforming the public. The person who gave me the information gives me a lot of information. The information that you just saw on the Diggs Boys. When I was told that he didn't renew his contract with iHeart, it's because they didn't renew it in the same way. So now that I have all the details, I have all the details now, everything. When I heard that, everybody was cheering him on, $200 million deal with Netflix, Charlamagne got this money. First of all, Charlamagne's show, The Breakfast Club, was number 5 of the podcasts that were picked. They had 4 other podcasts from iHeart.
Okay, and we went through some of those.
That Netflix exclusively licensed from iHeart, so which means iHeart just traded them over to Netflix. They sold 90% of their exclusivity, which means they obtained the right to audio, but all of that is reserved for Netflix, and how they want to drop it, they pretty much own it.
That's a damn shame. That is a damn shame, if you ask me. Well, what you mean by that? You mean to tell me you raise your hand if you're sure. You raised your hand and signed up for a deal where you didn't even try to negotiate any exclusivity, where you can maintain, I don't care if it's 1%, 0.05%, whatever it is, to keep yourself in the game. So iHeart sold you off on pretty much on an auction block. Sold off 90% of you and your body of work. Maintain 10% for themselves, exclusive audio, put you under a new leadership, a new boss, pretty much fired you. And now you're stuck in this crappy contract. Y'all can't tell me that's winning. Explain the winning that to me. But listen, let's keep going. Yeah, explain the win. Here we go.
So no, he didn't sign a traditional contract, and he did not sign a $200 million contract. He did not sign a $200 million contract. And his Black Effect network didn't sign either, because they told me. The people that are assigned to him, they told me. Y'all welfare checks if you're on welfare.
Did you get what she said? The people, the Jadakiss and Joe, they didn't sign anything. Charlamagne took them up, scooped them up, and said, you're out of here. Didn't give them a choice. So y'all were loud and wrong the other day. Oh, I'm sure they had no choice. Charlamagne sold them off to the highest bidder. Lord have mercy.
Welfare is more than what Charlamagne is paying them on the Black Effect Network. And you know what's so bad about the Black Effect Network? Because a lot of y'all will say, oh, Tasha, you're hating. This is a good thing. Charlamagne gets a budget for the views and the streams that are brought in. And yeah, he gives them pennies. But what they're missing out on this type of deal is that they're running ads on these people's content. They don't get a fraction of the ad dollars that's being made off of these Black podcasts that Charlamagne just, I own them. And so he can leverage them to say, this is what
I know you lying. You mean to tell me Charlamagne packaged these people, these nice, good Black folk up, packed them up? It's almost like selling off your YouTube, right? And then telling the avatar, and then taking your avatar, your monetization. So the monetization that's being run, the advertising that's being run on Joe and Jadakiss's platform, they don't get the money. Charlamagne gets the money from the ads and then divvies out the pennies that he thinks they deserve afterwards. Woo! Baby, when I tell you we are ringing the bell today.
what I need. This is how much ads you're making, and I'm going to give them, and I'm going to split up the funds here. Then his show gets picked up by Netflix, and it is a download deal. It's a vacuum cleaner deal. Like, how many vacuum cleaners can you sell? I told y'all that. And I've had people that are signed to The Black Effect tell me personally, you broke it down to the T. I was like, how does she know? Because I know the industry. I know the industry that I'm in. Nobody can come play with me when it comes to my numbers, my platform. What you gonna do for me? No. What can we do together? It ain't what you can do for me, because I know if you're trying to do something for me, what you trying to take from me? Just Hilarious is out here Telling the business. Look what she said, y'all. Look what she said. Go
I ain't
ahead.
gonna lie, yo, since Breakfast Club been on Netflix, man, our engagement, our people be, all the fans that we built up over time, or that they built up, I just got here, that they built up over time on YouTube, oh my God, they feel neglected because Netflix was like, nope, we want all of it. Y'all can't have no other social media presence. No.
Y'all, this is bad. This is bad. I told you. We talked about it first. I said Netflix ate them up. Netflix owns them, even their own intellectual property that they've owned before. I tried to walk you through it. I know I kind of, I might be early, but it's rare that I'm wrong. Listen to this. Here we go.
None. So now we got to find other content to do that can go on our other platforms. But it's okay because Just Alert's got that in a bag, shorty. So make sure y'all tune into Justice Thoughts.
So now she got a new show called Justice Thoughts on her Instagram page because nobody watches her YouTube. But I'm just saying, nobody watches it. So now she can't even do Just with the Mess. Something she coined before the Breakfast Club. But she gave her intellectual property rights over to iHeart, and iHeart sold it to somebody else.
Ooh, highway robbery. And Charlamagne, let me find out that you out here finessing black folks. We gonna ring the bell so loud on your behind. We gonna ring the bell so loud on you that you out here finessing black folks for white folks. Just Hilarious owned, developed, created Just with the Mess. And you mean to tell me Netflix owns it now? She can't. Oh, Lord Jesus, somebody come get me, Father. Come get me. Netflix, this girl owned this before she went to the Breakfast Club. You mean to tell me, Charlamagne, you done sold off all these black folks and their ideas in this package to this pipeline, and now they're scrambling. Now they're scrambling to reformulate their brand presence in the market. She can't even use her Just the Mess platform show. She can't even say it, y'all. It ain't even hers. And, oh, they paying them pennies. Charlamagne. Yeah, we gonna ring the bell.
And she don't have no say-so over something that she intellectually created before the Breakfast Club. So now she got to do Justice Thoughts. The engagement is done. Here's why it's stupid.
Wait a minute. That's like me thinking I'm getting a good deal, right? This big corporation come. That's why I don't like fooling with these networks. Listen, they come, they knock on your door. Hey, how's it going? Would you like to sell your name? Would you like to sell your brand? Yeah, how much you gonna give me? You know what? I think I can work out probably 10 million, 4 million. Sounds good. Oh my, yes, it sounds good. Okay, well, we will be glad to take Queen Shiba off your hands. Now, all of a sudden, Bob and Jenny owns Queen Shiba, and Queen Shiba can never use Queen Shiba again, y'all. That's exactly what we're talking about.
This is why it was a stupid deal. We're used to a audience that likes to talk about the news, that likes to do what y'all doing here. It's like, what, 10,000 of y'all just on YouTube. We're streaming on Bigo, X right now, Facebook. We're streaming everywhere, okay? Our numbers are crazy. 2, you get to interact with people. Y'all get to discuss. It's not just a one-sided conversation. Nobody's going to Netflix and chill and binge watch the Breakfast Club episodes. It's just not happening. Nobody's leaving a free platform that you guys coined for years and got them used to go over to Netflix and sit down, and then they can't comment on exactly what they're used to doing. You didn't even soft roll your audience over there. This is an unmonetized audience that's not used to being called to do and pay for things from y'all. And now you're just going to snatch it away from it and tell them, oh, you want us? because you bigger than the program, come see us. And they're saying no in the comments. But why it was crazy is because Netflix, I took a little weekend trip to Mexico. And when I got word that they were unhappy about how much exclusivity power that Netflix has, I said, well, let me see if I can access the show on Netflix in Mexico. No. Contrary to popular belief, yes, Netflix is a global platform, but you have to be licensed in Mexico to be able to see it. You can't see it. Winos, welcome. We ain't going nowhere.
Baby, when I tell you we are ringing the bell on you, Charlamagne the God, how dare you? I was rooting for you. This is horrible. This is highway robbery. But hey, let me mind my little platform business. I'm gonna say this though. Why would Netflix take something, work out a deal with iHeart Media, iHeart Radio, and then make it hard for them to access it? I told you before. I think it's bigger than what's sitting in front of us. Listen, come here. Lean in a little bit. You got to get a cup of coffee. Take an espresso shot. Listen, I think they have bigger plans about the face of the Breakfast Club. I think they completely want to revamp the Breakfast Club and get all of these chocolate faces off the screen. Why would I take something and put it on my network and people aren't watching it? Would not be a loss in my investment? Mm-hmm. These people are way smarter than what you give them credit for. I think they, it's almost like they let you pick the cotton and they're going to take it to the manufacturer and begin to make clothes and sheets and all of that and really reap a benefit. But you're not going to be the face of that. Thank you for picking the cotton. Thank you for picking the cotton. Thank you for building this machine for us. So what does this mean? I think they are okay with buying up. I think that's a lazy monopolization, but it's brilliant in and of itself. What that means, you've done the work. You conceptualized it. You developed it. We'll take it from here. We're going to give you pennies for your work. Thank you, Jess, with the mess. Thank you, The Breakfast Club. Thank you, Charlamagne the God. So we're going to let all of you out there, you, and you, do the work. And we're going to come and offer you pennies for your work. And we're going to bring it up into our portfolio, revamp it, put some new faces on it, and then take it back to the marketplace. And not only that, while all of you are sitting over there complaining, we may just implement a capability where our folks can come in and enter the chat. We just may take our product developers and see if there's a way that they can engage with morning shows on Netflix. Well, thank you for your ideas and your feedback. We're going to take that to the table. Listen, I think Netflix has a bigger plan with just the mess. Why would they buy that? I told you, they want the culture. Drown them. Release the floodgates. Drown them. Take everything from them. And Charlamagne, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Moving on, I want to talk about Pinky Cole. We got into a huge debate a couple of days ago about the housewives. In particular, I said, you got to watch what's going on in the media. The Breakfast Club has been bought out. There's Sherry Shepherd's show is not being renewed. The Love and Hip Hop franchise is going away. We are going to minimize some of these voices out here so that we can control and dominate the influence, and we can determine what that looks like. Even pop the balloon, right? So then as we begin to look at the franchises like the Real Housewives of Atlanta, we don't really see a lot of budget dollars being placed into that. Some of you are like, hey, listen, you don't understand. To be quality over quantity. I know the new age folks like the likes of a K. Michelle and a Pinky Cole and this and that. I don't. It's a downgrade. When I think about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm thinking class, elegance, sophistication. Ooh, she got it. Ooh, she got it. This is good. Maybe one day I can get there. I don't want to hear nothing about no damn bankruptcy. I don't want to hear nothing about no damn scamming. It's beneath me. It's beneath the culture. It's beneath the franchise. Why are we turning a blind eye to what we've become accustomed to. I think Pinky is a horrible fit for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. In particular, the fact that you are coming onto the show. I just think it's not a good fit. Number one, we can start with your finances. And I know some of you are like, well, everybody does it. Well, we're not everybody. Take a look at this. You cannot tell me this is housewife material. And if so, I'm going to ring the bell on you. I'm going to ring the bell on you. Let's take a look.
Hi, friends. Today we're going to learn about bankruptcy. Can you say bankruptcy? Good job. Bankruptcy, let's learn the code. 7, liquidate and roll. 11, you reorganize. 13, pay it back slow. Now watch me. File that bankruptcy. File that bankruptcy. File that bankruptcy. File that bankruptcy. Cities can file Chapter 9. 15 businesses worldwide. 12, it helps out farmers if that crop gets really dry. Now watch me. File that bankruptcy. File that bankruptcy. File that bankruptcy. File that bankruptcy. Bankruptcy up in this. Oh, watch you file and watch will stop. Super freeze that. Oh, trustee turn in the RoboCop. Filing Chapter 7 means you liquidate that business, man. When you sell those assets, then you turn around and close that thing. Now if you're filing Chapter 13, you get some years to pay back debt. That plan goes through a trustee. If you file 11, then you're making money every day, protecting all your assets. Man, that court approves a plan to pay. Bankruptcy, let's learn the code. 7, liquidate and roll. 11, you reorganize. 13, pay back.
Horrible. Horrible. You can't tell me this is housewives material. This is the most ghetto hood. Listen, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. This is not housewives material. Nobody in the comments can argue with me. Thank you for tuning in. Listen, drop it in the chat. This is horrible. This is what you want to see on your screen? You mean to tell me you're willing to trade in a higher level of class, sophisticated older women for this? File that bankruptcy. Oh, come on. Come on. I'm going to blame y'all for this. I'm going to ring the bell on y'all. Because you're not taking you're not taking horrible. And you know it's horrible. But you know what? Maybe I can convince you. Listen. This. Oh, Lordy. The scam of it all. It's given scam likely. The folks, listen. The folks are having a problem with Miss Pinky Cole after finding out that she hosted a vision board party in Atlanta, Georgia. Newbie, housewife. We're talking housewives. So you got to be careful, black folk, that you don't set the damn bar to hell because you can't lift your leg and raise up to the standard. So lower the bar for us. You got to be careful. People are ticked off with Pinky Cole after finding out that she hosted a vision board party and charged everyday women $2,000 to come see her. Who the hell do you think you are, Pinky Cole? Who in the hell do you think you are? $2,000? You just pulled up. I can make mushroom tacos at the house and give a $35 vision board party on Zoom. See, but that's what y'all are asking for. All that bankruptcy. That's what y'all are rooting for. Anywho, I'm not going to stay stuck here. I want to move on. I want to move on to, let me see if I can move on to, and tip, this is very, very interesting. I want to move on to, I can't believe I'm doing it. Maury Scott and Kimmy Scott. Maury Scott and Kimmy Scott from Love and Marriage Huntsville. You know, my dad used to tell me, let me put the overlay for those of you that are tuned in. Listen, when somebody is saying it's not you, it's me, please believe them. My dad used to say, don't make a man tell you twice, more than twice, that he does not want you. Kimmy, I think the writing is on the wall. I think you're too much of a mature lady to be that foolish and to not pick up what he's putting down. I came across a clip of Maury Scott basically telling his wife he doesn't want to be married to her. Not in those words, but similar. If somebody could send me that clip, I had it and it just went away, but let me see if I can find it again. Let me see if I can find it again. Pretty much giving her the freedom to move freely about the cabin. Kimmy, I don't know what else he needs to say, but if I were you, I would move first. I was talking to a friend. I said, hey, listen, I came across something really funny. There's a little man who is in his 80s. And he talks about the rules in a fight. And there was 8 things he shared. Let me share it with you. He shared 8 things that's important. If you ever he shared, I think 8, not just about a fight. Let's take a look. Kimmy, listen closely. He said, life lessons advice from an 80-year-old man. Number 1, have a firm handshake. Number 2, look people in the eye. Number 3, sing in the shower. Number 4, own a great stereo system. Number 5, if in a fight, hit first and hit hard. Kimmy, I need you to hit first and I need you to hit hard. I need you to hit first and I need you to hit hard. I need you to run down to the good old courthouse and file those papers before he does. It's going to be more of an embarrassment for you as a woman than it is for him as a man. The man is begging you. He's pleading with you to get the hell up out of his life. Ma'am, what are you doing? Let's take a look. Thank you, Somali Queen, for this clip. Let's take a look. Don't believe me. Here we go.
I think that you, in general, deserve to be happy. Like, of all people, you're probably the best human I've met. I want you to do what makes you feel good. I say, babe, I want you to quit your job. You love real estate? Let's get into real estate. Let's do other stuff because I want you to be happy.
What wife wants to hear you say, I hope you're happy with somebody else?
I don't think he's looking at you as a wife anymore. We tried to tell you that a couple of seasons ago, but let me run it. Look how he's looking at her. He doesn't even want to hear your voice, ma'am. Let me replay it. I just needed to sink in.
I think that you, in general, deserve to be happy. Like, of all people, you're probably the best human I've met.
The best human. Wow.
I want you to do what makes you feel good. I say, babe, I want you to quit your job. You love real estate? Let's get into real estate. Let's do other stuff because I want you to be happy.
What wife wants to hear you say, I hope you're happy with somebody else?
Baby,
I think
listen, hit first and hit hard. You heard the old man, hit first and hit hard. You run down to the divorce court, you file the paper, you call his bluff, you sell the house. The house brings horrible memories. Horrible memories of this peanut head ass man, okay? So you sell the house, you get you a nice condo out of Huntsville, move to a different city, go ahead and head down to Atlanta. But don't you make this man tell you twice that he does not want you. That's it. That's all. No man talks to his wife like that, but we're going to move on. We want to talk about, you know what, real quick, let's talk about Oprah. Have you seen Oprah? Have you seen Oprah? This is Oprah's new look. Oh, yeah, the clock. See, when celebrities start to look like this in Hollywood, the clock is ticking. I'm going to leave that there. The clock is ticking. What's eating away at you, Oprah? This is not healthy. This is not healthy, Oprah. What's eating away at you? They all start to decline. No, I don't think that's Ozempic. I don't think that's Ozempic. If you start to look at the Amy Winehouses and the likes of the start watching, their weight starts to dwindle. And I can name a whole lot of them. I think the clock is ticking. I don't think it's Ozempic, Andrew. I could be wrong, but I'm going to just leave it there. Okay? But let's go ahead and move on to Wendy and Eddie Osefo. It's a lot. Let's start. Where do I want to start?
Housewives of Potomac stars Wendy and Edward Osefo are speaking out following their arrests. Hours after the Bravo celebrities were taken into custody in Westminster, Maryland, October 9th over multiple felony charges of fraud, the pair were each released on a $50,000 bond and returned home. Wendy's rep tells E! News in an October 10th statement, Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband, Edward Osefo, are back home safely with their family and in good spirits. They are grateful for the outpouring of concern and support from friends, fans, and colleagues. The rep adds the Osefos, alongside their legal team, look forward to their day in court. At this time, they respectfully ask for privacy as they focus on their family and the legal process ahead. The day before, a Maryland grand jury indicted Wendy and Edward, both 41, on multiple felony counts of fraud, 7 for the former professor and 9 for her husband. Additionally, they were each charged with 8 misdemeanor counts of conspiracy fraud and 1 count of giving a false statement to a police officer, according to court records obtained by E! News. The Carroll County Sheriff's Office says in an October 10th statement that the charges are related to an April 2024 incident where the Osefos allegedly fraudulently reported a burglary and theft at their home. The Sheriff's Office shares in a statement to Facebook, upon arrival, deputies met with the homeowners who stated they returned from vacation to find that their home had been entered and numerous items had been stolen. They reported approximately 80 items of jewelry, luxury goods, clothing, and shoes were stolen, worth a total of more than $200,000. However, investigators alleged that Wendy and Edward, who share 3 kids together, made false claims. The statement continues, during the investigation, detectives found that over $20,000 of the items reported stolen had been returned by the owners to the locations the items were purchased. Further, detectives found images of a homeowner wearing jewelry that had been reported stolen after the burglary took place. Additionally, Wendy and Edward allegedly claimed $450,000 in personal property loss to their insurance, according to prosecutors' bail recommendation documents obtained by TMZ. Online court records show the pair are due back in court in November.
And they've since had their day in court. And Wendy and Eddie, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Well, first, Eddie has shout out to We Go Podcast. Listen. What else is going on? Shout out to Taria. She covered the trial in person 2 days ago and did a hell of a job. And thanks to her, we have been updated in real time regarding Wendy and Eddie. Eddie has waived his right to a speedy trial. That means he's up first.
I don't want to talk about it.
You just said I'm gonna talk about
it. I get angry. I don't want to.
Yeah, he's going to be tried first. I think they're pulling a Teresa Giudice and Joe Giudice where I don't know if they're trying to rotate where one could be home with the kids while the other one sits it out in the slammer. But I have a funny feeling and a sneaky suspicion. Wendy and Eddie, unfortunately, you about to go to jail. You about to do some time. You have the likes of Andy Cohen, who is your boss and sat on a reunion stage, who's heavily, deeply connected in the industry. NBC. He's a gazillionaire, so much so he says he's uncomfortable discussing his salary. It's just not fair to the talent. Listen, a man of that means when he sits on a stage and looks you in the eye and says to you, from what I hear, it's not looking good for you. That means you're going to jail. You're going to jail, Wendy. So I don't know what the plan is, but I want to play this clip where the local police department stated.
He is surrounded. There is nowhere.
Not this one. That they were going to make an example out of Wendy and Eddie.
Deputies executed a search and seizure warrant at the residence during the arrest. An additional 15 items that were believed to be reported stolen by the Osefos during the initial report were also located during that search and seizure warrant. Those items included jewelry and high-end handbags. The Osefos were booked into the Carroll County Detention Center and later released on $50,000 bonds, on a $50,000 bond. Filed a false report and attempted to fraud their insurance company. On October 29th, 2025, the case was presented to Carroll County Grand Jury, which returned indictments against both Edward and Wendy Osefo on multiple counts of fraud and false reporting. Both individuals were located and taken into custody at their Turnberry Court address on the afternoon of October 9th, yesterday, by the Carroll County Sheriff's Office. Really nothing that indicated around the window that anybody had come into the residence. We didn't. Deputies executed a into the residence. We did note that the grass had just recently been cut. My detectives actually traveled up the side, walked out on the roof, and walked back into the bathroom, only to track stuff inside into the bathroom, asphalt from their shoes or debris. And I'm pretty sure the burglar didn't take a broom and clean up after themselves if they in fact tossed the room like was staged.
Wendy.
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
Listen. The detective said unless he was a kind burglar and he came in and cleaned your house after he left, this is what we're doing.
FBI, open up! FBI, open up!
He said there's no way in hell, and the arrogance of it all, for you to leave the house that spotless, for you to call us and not even try to stage a crime. You listen, you're going to jail. You are going to jail, ma'am. It's the audacity, according to the detective. He said it's the audacity. Listen, thank you, Corey, for the super chat. Thank you for your support of the channel. Let's celebrate you, girl.
All right, Palace, the Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is Corey. Thank you for the 20p super sticker. You said, let's go, Queen Shiba. Good morning. I'm loving your morning show. Listen, thank you, girl. This is Corey. We love it. That's the way. I like it. But listen, let's take a look at some of the older clips between Wendy and Giselle as they have a heated exchange regarding Eddie and rumors about Eddie.
With my family. And I'm saying it to you kindly.
I don't care if you say it meanly. I don't give a
Don't you get your ass. Don't.
Okay, Wendy. I told this
Remember
one,
that.
and I'm telling you
And I'm saying it to you
that I
kindly.
didn't believe it. If we sat there and was like, I wonder who the girl is, and I wonder who this, and I wonder who that.
Honest.
That's one thing.
Look.
We sat there and immediately said, this is not true. The end.
Let me
Why
be
are
very
you worked
clear.
up? The
Giselle,
vlogs did.
these motherfucking cameras.
I don't care.
I'm telling
but
you
they're
very
here.
clearly.
They're here.
When you talk about my husband, you
Nobody-
talk about me.
No one believes it,
It's
Wendy.
not about it being true. It's about you not having any dignity
Not
to
true.
say, I'm going to come to you as a woman to have the conversation.
What was said about Eddie?
Don't worry. If you want to know, your friend will tell
No,
you.
I want to know from you. I want to know what you're receiving as them talking about your husband.
With my family.
I'm saying it to
So Ashley and I discussed it. It was just, hey, let's just check on Wendy. I said to you, maybe I'll discuss it with you privately.
But she doesn't understand the parameters regarding people's husbands because she doesn't have a relationship that holds water. I see you for everything everybody ever said that you were.
Thanks.
You proved everything everybody ever said that you are. And what's so funny, the life you're living now is exactly God paying you back for all the bullshit you've done. So live in your mother truth, because God is paying your ass back. That's real shit.
Girl, Wendy did all of that to keep their secrets. Wendy did all of that a while back to make sure nobody got close to what she and Eddie had going on. The scam of it all.
Housewives of Potomac.
The scam of it all. Wendy. And here's the thing. I don't want to hear anything about her keeping up with the Joneses. If you go back, facts matter. Technicalities matter. Read the police report. Read the investigative report. The details, folks. They've been doing this before Wendy was selected to be on the show. It's in her blood. Wendy, you're going to jail. I think it's the fact that you're smug about the entire thing. Some people don't like that when we're smug. Some people don't like that, okay? I think it takes a particular level of arrogance, decrepitness, low vibrational thinking, predatory ideology to be able to steal like that and scam like that for years and years and years and years. 47 credit cards. 47 cards, 67 identities? Eddie Hennessy, Pam Oliver. You've got to become some kind of sick. You've got to be some type of detached in order to do it on and on. And she's been doing it before the show, you guys. Thank you, Kim Jones. Girl, we're going to hype you up for this $10 super sticker. We appreciate you. We love it. That's it. That's all. But I think, Wendy, you're going to jail. And listen, that concludes the segment of our Friday of the Queen Shiba Morning Show. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I want to leave you with a fun fact. Things that make you go, Are y'all ready? Did you know? Write this down. You heard it here first. Did you know a single cloud could weigh over 1 million pounds? Let me say this. The morning show is supposed to end. Listen, it looks like Wanda has woken up on the wrong side of the bed. Dear Wanda, we hope you feel better. It seems like you've got a chip on your shoulder, and I'm so sorry that your Friday has gotten started off in the worst way. But I took care of that for you, Wanda. I banned you from my channel, and not because of your comments. Your energy is just ew. We don't need that over here. Everybody's preparing for their weekend. And I don't think we're your tribe. So in 2026, Wanda, what we're doing is we're moving in a different direction. And I encourage you to do the same. I encourage you not to go and shit on people's front yard when you don't like the content that they're divvying up. I think you should go find your tribe. And if it's something that you're needing or wanting, go find that. But what we will not allow, like I said, it's not your comment, it's your energy. You didn't have anything positive to say, Black woman. And from here on out, we are kicking you negative Nancy's out the chat. It was just something about your energy. We're pretty diverse over here. We're welcome. But when I get a sense about a tone and a spirit, you gotta go, Wanda. And I'm sorry that it had to end this way, but it's just something about you. I'm gonna go ahead and be obedient. Bye, Wanda. We took care of that problem for you. Go fight elsewhere. But the rest of us are resting in our 92%. All right, y'all, let's get back to this outro.